Welcome back to Right on the Edge. My name is Derek. Today we will be looking at the Thailand Cambodia War timeline explained by AI Telly. Um, and before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment if this is like stuff you'd like to see. Even if not, I like to watch pretty much everything. So leave a comment on what you'd like me to look at or watch with you, and we can kind of like grow this together. It'd be a lot of fun. And it's kind of funny of a name. AI Telly is the first thing on the screen is no AI were used in the making of this video, or harmed or abused, just so you know, ChatGPT.
The Thailand-Cambodia border crisis stretches deep into the colonial past. Tensions have simmered for decades, especially around the ancient temples scattered along the border. In addition, this particular temple has long been a major point of contention between the two countries. This is the Cambodian military and relies on a familiar and proven strategy, using its well-known Grad rocket launchers, while the Thai military counters with F-16 fighter jets. In this video, we'll take a look at how the F-16 launches its missiles and then walk through the basic process of firing the BM-21 Grad rocket launcher all.
That's crazy. So they've been fighting over a temple and border disputes for sounds like a long time now, and we just don't know about this because it's not popular to our politics at the moment.
In the video ahead. The roots of the Thailand-Cambodia border crisis stretch deep into the colonial past when the Franco-Siamese treaties of the early 1900s left boundaries ill-defined and susceptible
Treaties going back to the early 1900s. That's crazy. That's a long time ago.
to later dispute.
Yeah.
Tensions simmered for decades, especially around ancient temples that dot the border. Among these, Prasat Tamun Tam and the areas near Preah Vihear became focal points for competing national claims, bearing not just strategic significance but also the weight of cultural pride. As the year 2025 began, the sense
Imagine if this area is they're so close, right? It's kind of sad because most of these people are, well, I won't say directly related, but you know, their culture should be very similar to each other.
of unease hovered along the frontier. On May 28, the fragile calm shattered. Gunfire erupted at the Emerald Triangle, where Thai and Cambodian soldiers exchanged shots. The clash caused the lives of one Cambodian soldier, and the blame game began immediately, with each nation accusing the other of provocation. By June 7, the Red
So there's a lot he said, she said going on, and us on the outside, we don't really know.
rhetoric gave way to visible preparations for confrontation. Thailand bolstered its border positions, simultaneously leveling accusations of provocations against Cambodian forces and civilians. Throughout June and July, the border region grew ever more volatile. Spasms of minor clashes flared up, border crossings shut down, and the movement of civilians became increasingly restricted. Military alerts were raised on both sides. The crucial turning point arrived on July 24, 2025.
Yeah, what I heard was, and this is it. This is pretty much the only thing I heard. That's why I wanted to cover this as well. Is I heard that according to Thailand, Cambodia shot some rockets near civilian areas, and then they responded with like F-16s or something like that, and like retaliation bombing military like locations. But like I said, this is he said, she said. We're in the height of propaganda, you know. So this is like the height of it, because both sides are going to say they're right and the other one's wrong.
Before dawn, Thai troops reported the presence of Cambodian drones buzzing near Prasat Tamun Tam. A patrol of 6 armed Cambodian soldiers soon appeared at the perimeter of the Thai base, setting nerves on edge. Around 6:30 a.m., shots rang out once again. The chaos of combat bred confusion and recrimination. Cambodia accused Thailand of launching an unprovoked assault, while Thailand claimed Cambodian soldiers had fired first near the temple.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He said, she said stuff. They're both claiming the other did it.
The conflict escalated with frightening speed. By 9:40, Thailand reported a salvo of BM-21 rockets arcing from Cambodian positions toward Prasat Don Tuan, their impact threatening nearby civilian neighborhoods.
There it is. Yep.
Barely 10 minutes later, the violence spilled to the vicinity of Tai Kwai Temple, where further clashes erupted. At 10:58 a.m., the smoldering border ignited. Fully F-16 fighter jets from the Royal Thai Air Force thundered overhead, bombing Cambodian military positions at Chong and Ma. Thai officials declared that key Cambodian command posts had been destroyed. As the day wore on, the fighting sprawled along several kilometers of the contested boundary. Artillery thundered, rockets exploded, and both armies unleashed heavy weaponry, transforming the frontier into a battleground. The devastation forced authorities in neighboring provinces to order evacuations as civilians sought shelter from the escalating violence.
That's truly awful because they're probably damaging all these historic cultural sites at the same time, you know?
Thailand had placed 6 F-16 fighter jets on standby along its border with Cambodia, anticipating a possible escalation in violence. The Thai military said the airstrikes were executed with precision and focused solely on military targets. According to Thai officials, the strikes were aimed at Cambodian positions believed to have launched BM-21 rocket salvos and artillery fire into Thai territory, posing a direct threat to both Thai soldiers and civilians. As Thai armored convoys, including tanks and infantry fighting vehicles, advanced toward key contested border areas, F-16s were deployed to provide essential cover. Airstrikes disrupted and neutralized Cambodian rocket and artillery launch sites, reducing the volume and...
Yeah. So this is my first time hearing the Thai perspective, but I have a person on my friends list on Facebook that's from Cambodia. And they were talking about it, like, they're like, well, how are we supposed to actually fight this at all? Like, what do they mean, overwhelming force, when they have, fighter jets, and we don't?
Accuracy of incoming fire. This enabled Thai armor to move through previously contested or exposed sections of the border without facing overwhelming resistance. On July 24, 2025, Cambodian forces launched a barrage of BM-21 Grad rockets into Thailand. Thai sources reported that the initial attack hit the Border Development Center in Kap Choing district. In the days that followed, Cambodian troops continued using BM-21 Grad systems alongside heavy artillery at multiple points along the border. By launching rocket barrages ahead of tank formations, Cambodian units were able to degrade Thai artillery effectiveness and disrupt infantry coordination. The heavy, suppressive fire complicated Thai efforts to mount anti-tank ambushes or lay effective minefields in the tank's path, masking armored movements. The smoke, noise, and confusion generated by BM-21 rocket attacks provided valuable concealment for tanks. Under the cover of ongoing bombardments, Cambodian armored columns maneuvered through conflict zones with reduced exposure to direct enemy fire. Let's take a look at why the Cambodians are still using these Soviet-era rocket launchers. First, the BM-21 and its various versions have been mass-produced and are known for their simplicity. Second, its shoot-and-scoot tactic is still highly effective in modern combat. And third, each rocket costs only around $2,000 to produce, much cheaper than most
it's affordable.
Modern alternatives. To understand how it all works, let's take a closer look at its components. The BM-21 Grad is mounted on a standard 6-wheeled Ural 375 truck, like the one you see here. The artillery system is mounted on the back of the truck. This part includes the elevation mechanism used to aim the rocket launchers. On the side, there's the PG-1M panoramic periscope. It's used to accurately align the launch system in both vertical and horizontal directions, especially when firing from covered positions.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't realize it was that advanced. I mean, I know that's not too advanced, but it's more advanced than I thought it was.
This circular structure here is what rotates the turret or the missile guides. The launch tubes themselves can hold up to 40 rockets, and the system can fire up to 2 rockets per second.
Wow.
Now let's look at the missile itself. The most common rocket used with the BM-21 is the 9M22U. Here it is. At the front is the fuse, followed by the warhead, which weighs about 26 kilograms, a significant payload for such a low-cost missile. Behind the warhead is the rocket motor powered by solid fuel. These fins at the back help stabilize the rocket in flight. It's important to note that this is an unguided missile.
I gotta just look at this and just be like, yeah, they use those fins in the same way you use the things on darts, right?
The rocket is roughly 10 feet long. Again, comparing it to a person helps put its size into perspective. Depending on the variant, it has a range of 5 to 20 kilometers, very effective for its price point. The system can launch all 40 of its 122mm rockets in just about 20 seconds. It's designed to deliver massive firepower over a wide area, not to hit specific targets. At maximum range, a full salvo can cover a lethal zone of around 36 hectares, causing chaos and major psychological impact on the enemy.
Oh, let's back up so I can see those English numbers there.
At maximum range, a full salvo can cover a lethal zone of around 36 hectares, causing chaos and major psychological impact on the enemy.
90 acres, essentially. That's pretty big.
Here's a simplified breakdown of how it's used in the field. In Step 1, a forward observer, FO. This is a scout behind enemy lines, calls, and coordinates for the target.
Wow, crazy.
These days, this information can also come from scout drones. In Step 2, the Fire Direction Center, FDC, calculates the data, range, trajectory, and fuse settings. This info is then passed to the BM-21 crew.
Wow. That's a lot of math, you know? We're kind of spoiled here in America, right? We can just input coordinates and the missile will just shoot itself there.
Here is Step 3. The target is often out of the crew's direct line of sight due to terrain or distance.
The average human visibility is about 3 miles, you know, in the best scenario. But in this scenario where I imagine there's jungle, hills, and a whole bunch of other stuff, it's probably not that far.
The periscope helps the crew aim as they manually adjust the rotation and elevation of the launch tubes using the provided coordinates. In Step 4, the crew fires the rockets either from inside the cabin or remotely via a connected cable. Now moving to Step 5. Observers near the front line watch the impact and provide corrections, adjusting the aim for follow-up shots until the mission is complete.
Yeah, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to just blow your whole payload in one spot and that be the wrong spot.
Let's now move to how the Thai military uses the F-16 fighter jet. As the F-16 Fighting Falcon is a multi-role fighter jet, let's take a look at some of its weaponry and divide it into 3 groups. Number 1, air-to-air missiles. It can carry air-to-air missiles such as the AIM-9 Sidewinder, a short-range infrared-guided air-to-air missile, and the famous AIM-120, a medium-range radar-guided air-to-air missile. Number 2, air-to-surface missiles. AGM-65 Maverick. This air-to-surface missile is capable of engaging various ground targets such as tanks and other moving vehicles. Number 3, guided bombs. The GBU-39 is a small-diameter bomb animated in our recent videos. The F-16 jet releases a bomb, and after a few seconds, it opens its wing and flies towards the target using both GPS.
Oh, that's cool looking. Obviously, it'd be terrible to be shot by that, but that's cool looking. I didn't know it had wings.
And laser guidance to reach its destination. Let's look at how they fire the AIM-120 missiles. Step number 1. Turn on master arm. Step number 2. Select on air-to-air mode. Step number 3. Select AIM-120 AMRAAM as the required weapon. Step number 4. Lock the target.
Checks out.
Step number 5. Press the release button. Step number 6. Aircraft will have to stay on course for around 4 seconds and wait until the missile goes pitbull. But lately, Nano Brevity Code
Pitbull probably means it's locked onto the other target, so you won't actually have the heat seeker come at you.
no longer requires its operator to maintain a radar track. Step number 7. You can use this gun or camera laser button on this stick just below the other controls. Squeezing this trigger opens fire the M61 Vulcan, which bursts out at a high rate, typically 6,000 rounds per minute with a range of 600 meters or 2,000 feet. We make original videos from scratch, so please do subscribe and hit the notification.
Alright, man, will do. Thanks for explaining this kind of timeline for us real fast. That lines up with everything I'd heard. So, anyway, that's it for me. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.